Welcome to NLP Talks with Laura Evans, a podcast for people looking to unleash their potential in business and life. I'm Laura Evans, international trainer of NLP and host for this podcast series. Join me for insightful interviews with people that know firsthand just how NLP can change lives, and they'll share with you tips and strategies to help you clear your path to success. Stay tuned. Hey, how you doing? I hope you're safe and well. My name is, of course, Laura Evans, and I am the founder and lead NLP trainer here at Unleash Your Potential, and of course, your host for this podcast. So this is the third and final bonus episode for Series 4, and oh my goodness, has Series 4 been an amazing series. We had 9 amazing guests, and I'm going to very quickly summarise them all. If there's any that you missed, of course, you know you can go back on whatever your favourite podcast platform is and find them. Or indeed, you can go to nlptalks.com. And if you go to our website, you'll see them all there, and you'll be able to find the recordings if you want to watch the video, or if you want to listen to them on Spotify or an Apple Podcast or any other podcast platform. They're all there for you, and that's the wonderful thing about podcasts. So let's run through Series 4 and just remind you who we had. So opening up Series 4 for us was Rob Moore. And if you've never heard of Rob Moore, then go and check him out. He was episode 1. Now, Rob Moore is a multi-millionaire and studied NLP a number of years ago. And in that episode, I talked to him about the role of mindset in business. And we busted one of the main myths of NLP, which you may find really interesting to listen to. And he talked about the impact of NLP and getting his mindset in a great place, and the impact that had on his various businesses that he had created. So if you're an entrepreneur, you're going to love episode number 1. Episode 2 of Series 4 was the lovely Julian Davis. And in this episode, he talked about how he had used NLP, not just for himself, but how he had used it to help people in the army, and also used it with kids. So he had a program that he runs called Mammoth Hunters and a couple of other programs. Their names escape me. But building their confidence, helping them improve their exam results. So if you've got kids or you work or interested in the armed forces and the use of NLP there, then you're going to love episode 2. Episode 3 was Anne-Marie Winterburn. Now, Anne-Marie runs a really successful driving school business, and she talked about how NLP had directly impacted her, and particularly how she'd been using it in her driving school business, and how she'd used it to build her confidence and is now a TikTok sensation with so many followers, and makes a massive difference. So if you're an entrepreneur, you'll like number 3 too. Episode number 4 was Marie Foister. Now, Marie, we joke with Marie, but every time she does an NLP course with me, she gets a promotion. So she needs me to create more courses. But joking aside, she talked in her episode about how she'd used it to grow her confidence and also help her get these promotions, but also talked particularly about how she'd used NLP to help her son. And that's really fascinating. If you're a parent and you're looking at how NLP can help you help your child, then episode 4 is definitely for you. Episode 5 was with the lovely Louisa Thomas, and she talked about how NLP had really driven her transformation and had led to her finally making the decision to have the confidence to follow her passion. She'd been an HR consultant for many, many years, and now has stopped doing that and is now running a really successful coaching business. So she talked a lot in that episode about the difference NLP had made to her. So if you're looking at NLP and considering the difference it could make to you, then episode 5 is definitely one for you. Episode 6 was Kay Spooner. So Kay is a consultant in the NHS, and she talked in that episode about how she'd been using NLP within her role within the NHS, both in terms of improving patient outcomes, but also in terms of how she'd help build the confidence and reduce the stress levels of some of the trainees that she works with. So if you're looking to use NLP as a leader in an organisation, or fascinated to understand how language can make a difference, a real difference to outcomes for people, in this case patients, then you're going to really enjoy listening to episode 6. Episode 7 was with the lovely Wendy Derrick. Now, Wendy Derrick is an executive coach and leadership consultant, and she runs various different development programs. And one which she talked about specifically in episode 7 was about the program where she helps to develop women within policing. That was her background for many, many years. She also talked in this episode about the plans to use NLP within a prison project that she's getting involved with, and the real difference that NLP had made to her executive coaching. Like me, when I did executive coaching, I really felt like there was a massive gap. And Wendy really eloquently puts it in episode 7, where she explains the difference that NLP has made to her coaching clients. So if you're a coach or looking to be a coach, then you definitely want to check out episode 7. Episode 8 was with Jane Baker. Now, Jane is a career coach, but she's not your average career coach. And she talked again here about coaching and how NLP had made a massive difference to her executive coaching business, and how she helped people transition from one career to another, go from employed to self-employed, and all of those kind of what I call life transitions. And she talked a lot in that episode about how NLP has a role to helping people get career and business success. So again, if you're interested in that, episode 8. And then episode 9 was the lovely Jan Oxenham. Now, Jan is a personal trainer, and she's been using NLP in her wellness and fitness business. And in this episode, she talked about how it helped her personally. I remember Jan going from, I can't and I won't do Facebook Lives, to, oh my goodness, she just knocks them out the park most mornings now. And she talks a lot about how life has been for her after her Master Practitioner program, and also how she's looking to really move forward. And I know even since we recorded that episode, she's now started doing personal training online. And in that episode, she shares loads of hints and tips for health and fitness and how NLP can help there. So 9 amazing episodes, and I can't thank my guests enough for being part of series 4. I just love hearing how everybody takes the generic skill set that I give them in NLP and how they go off and apply it in so many different ways, both for themselves and for others, and the difference it makes. And I always learn so much when I hear how our students go on to use stuff. And if there's any episodes there I've just recapped that you think, oh blimey, I don't remember hearing that one, then do you know what? Go back and go and find the episode. Go back to your favourite podcast platform, Apple or Spotify, or even go to, as I say, NLPtalks.com. You'll see them all there, and at your leisure you can listen to them. By the way, I got a message the other day from one of our lovely community here at NLP Talks, who said that they'd taken me every day for a fortnight walking with them, which, as I record this in a pandemic, it's the one piece of exercise we're allowed to do. Apparently I've been out walking with lots of different people, but remotely, of course, through the podcast. So please feel free to do that. As you know, our podcast is ad-free, so you're not going to get inundated with adverts like you do with the radio. And of course, they're all educational, inspirational, and helping you to understand the difference that NLP can make for you and those you might like to help in the future. Now, moving on to series 5. Oh my goodness, series 5. When I started this podcast, I was only planning to do one series, and here we are already thinking about series 5. So series 5, we're going to be going back to a series of episodes where it's me on my own. So as you'll know, if you're a regular listener of ours, we tend to alternate between interviews and then me doing some series on my own. And I'd really like your help. Now, in Series 5, I really want to focus on some of the problems that you have and giving you some practical NLP tools and techniques that can really help you make a difference. So if you've got a specific problem and you're wondering whether NLP can help you, then I'd love you to email us, please, and let me know and help me create an amazing Series 5 for you. So I don't know, maybe you're someone that struggles with interviews and you're looking for maybe my top 3 tips from NLP of how to improve your confidence around interviews. Maybe I could do an episode on that for you. Maybe you're nervous about presenting and you're like, Laura, give me some tips on how to improve my presentation skills. Maybe you've got a difficult relationship and you're after some ways in which you can stay calm, stay collected, and maybe you want me to talk about that. Maybe you're someone that struggles with making decisions and you want some NLP tips and hints to help you make decision making that little bit easier. Anyway, if any of those topics resonate with you, then let me know. Or if there's any I didn't mention that you'd like me to cover, again, let me know. How do you do that? Drop us an email. So email us please at info@unleashyourpotential.org.uk. That's info@unleashyourpotential.org.uk, and just put podcast idea in the title and tell me in the email, how can I help you? And then in series 5, what I'll do is create a series of episodes directly addressing the issues that you've got, because I'd love to be able to help you. So please give me some feedback. Remember, email me at info@unleashyourpotential.org.uk. Just put podcast idea in the title. Tell me, what can I help you with? Now, we're going to be recording Series 5 in April, so I expect the next brand new episode to be with you around the end of April, beginning of May. So there's going to be a short period now where we have a little rest, if you like, from all of the podcasting that we do. And what am I going to be doing in this interim period? Well, here's what we're doing. So first of all, we're doing a lot of work at the moment on YouTube. And I'd love you to come over onto our YouTube channel and subscribe and follow us over there as well. Every Friday, I put out a video on YouTube. And it's very practical stuff that you can use. And I know as a listener of my podcast, I know you'll really love the YouTube stuff too. So every Friday we release a video. So if you go over to YouTube and go to youtube.com/unleash your potential, or in the search bar in YouTube, just write Unleash Your Potential, Laura Evans NLP. You'll find my lovely YouTube channel. Make sure you hit subscribe. And then what will happen is you'll get a notification as soon as we release a video. And you can continue to follow us over there. So every Friday we release a video. So please come and join me over on YouTube. I'd love you to. Now, the other thing that we've recently released, which you might also be interested in, is we've released a brand new online course. So it doesn't matter where in the world you're listening to my podcast, because we have a brand new online course. It's an introduction to NLP, so you don't need any knowledge of NLP at all, although having listened to my podcast, I'm sure you'll have some knowledge already. But you can come over and do the NLP Demystified course. And it's just short of 5 hours of training. It has a workbook which you can download and you can use. And it covers a whole array of different NLP topics, from goal setting to managing your emotions to dealing with your internal conflicts if you argue with yourself a lot in your head like I used to. We also talk about how you can change your beliefs, as I say, better manage your emotions, and really start to understand the various contexts within which NLP can be used. It's a great all-round course. So if you go on to our Thinkific platform or go into Google and just write Unleash Your Potential Thinkific, spelled Thinkific, Thinkific, you will find all of our courses, and then go and find the NLP Demystified course, which is this new course I've just created, and go and check it out. There's a load of lessons in that course that are completely free, which you can go and have a look at. And then if you'd like to make the purchase and actually study with me for 5 hours online and really up your knowledge on NLP, then it'd be my pleasure to take you through the course. It's all pre-recorded. It's all in very short sections, so you can watch them either all in one go or come back and listen to them as and when you want to. And at the end, when you've completed the NLP Demystified course, there's a little certificate of completion as well. So for those of you interested in CPD, there's a little certificate for you to have at the end as well. So that's NLP Demystified. If you just go onto Google and type in Unleash Your Potential Thinkific, I'm sure it will find us, and then go and find the NLP Demystified course, and yeah, consume the free chapters that I've got there. And if you'd like to buy it, you are very welcome to. If you get any problems whatsoever, then please feel free to email us, info@unleashyourpotential.org.uk. You'll get the lovely Lynn and she will send you the link and help you get started with that. It's been my pleasure, as always, to bring you these free podcast episodes to really help you and everybody else in the world understand just what a difference NLP has made for me, my students, and potentially could for you too. I also want to give you personally a massive thank you. Thank you so much for being part of my community. It means so much to know that I'm able to help you and that you're interested in making a difference. So I wish you well, stay safe, as they say, and I will be back with a brand new series in April. And before I go, remember, drop me an email and tell me what is it I can do to help you and help me shape Series 5. Until then, take care. Goodbye.